Hey friends, welcome back to the third entry of the diary. My name is Ari, and for today our mission is to build Columbina as our bloom focused DPS. If you're in a time crunch and you can't hang out with me, that's totally fine. There are timestamps for the polls and the tests in the description box below to guide you. Our main goal is to get her at least level 80 with max talents for that phase, and if we do get more resources, then just maybe we can push to 90 and crown one or some of the talents as well. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, I was talking with my girlfriend the other day saying that we should wait a little longer before we start pulling for characters we want and focus on farming for their materials, but as I was doing my chores, lo and behold, I sent her a message saying that I can't do this anymore. I have to pull for Columbina. So that whole waiting and that whole planning idea, that went out of the window. For this patch's banners, I'm not exactly as psyched to get any of them. I mean, I do have Raiden and I absolutely love her, but for constellations, I feel like I would have to get her to C2 to make her keep up with the enemies we have today. Plus, she is my favorite Archon, so it is such a shame that she didn't get a buff at all for Snezhnaya. I also wish that they at least had Kudosara in this banner because the 4-star selection for this one is a bit disappointing. Personally, I don't have anything negative or positive to say about Sethis being here, but Auroran is fine, I suppose. Copies of Yehoda I'd gladly accept, especially if we're able to get her to C6, because that's when she starts being really good in lunar teams. Now, as for Columbine as a weapon, I really want her to have it, but I am unsure whether or not I can get it because I don't have enough faith. However, I do believe that those with the purest of hearts will get it, aka you and me, twin. I did win citlali recently, so I'm not guaranteed. If you guys would like to see the video I made on her, I'll have it linked in the description box or here in the video. So with that being said, I wish you guys luck and I hope you win your 50/50s. Wait, what? Kudosara, what are you doing here? Actually, at least we got a Sarah given she's not in the lineup. But that's actually so funny. Okay, 35 pity. Let's see what we get. Okay, copy of Auroran is nice too. 45, no early. Oh, Yehoda. I actually really like Yehoda in the Non-Cry Archon quest. She's so adorable. Okay, bow for 65. 75 pity. When is she coming home? Okay. 85 pity. OMG, y'all. Yes. He really takes up the whole screen, y'all. OMG. He's so pretty.
I'm used to having many names. The moon's blessing is yours whenever you might find yourself in need.
Thank you, Bina. May the moon bless you as well. Do you think we could get a double? That's never happened to me before. Another 4-star. Okay, Auroran. Do we get a double? The flute. Well, yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, 3 4-stars and a Columbina is actually a pretty good 10 pull. Okay, so now let's move on to her weapon. I'm not really sure if we can get it because I only have, 50 faiths if I buy the star glitter thingies from the shop. 20 pity. I hate the bell. I mean, it looks pretty, but it doesn't really do much. Okay, I'll take the bow and the lance. I actually love Favonius weapons. They're so helpful. Okay, 40 pity. And nothing. Another lance. I'll take it. Okay, let's just buy some fates from the shop. And let's see what 15 fates can do for us. OMG, she's not here yet. So let's do single pulls. 51. 52. I think maybe 53. 53 is the number. Or not. Or not. 54. Wait, 54? Is it? Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Wow. Absolute cinema. I actually can't believe that we managed to get Bina and her signature in 139 pulls. I was agonizing over the thought of buying crystals for her weapon, but with that luck, OMG, we won both 50/50s. Now, for her stuff, I actually did a lot of pre-farming, so let's roll the clips. I don't think I have the clips of me farming the Frost Moon Hera and her flowers, but I did have some left because I was trying to level up Prune. And if you guys aren't aware, she uses the same materials for Ascension. Funny story actually, well at least for me, I already started farming for Columbina stuff when I heard she'll be having a rerun, but even then we weren't actually sure that she will. But Nicole's banner came and alongside her was Prune, and I didn't know that they'd be sharing materials, so I was pissed that all of it had to go to her because I decided to build a team around Barca. I built like 3 teams since March, so naturally I was running super low on Mora, so I had to farm for them too. Now as for EXP bucks, I just resorted to story quests and the usual exploration so that I could kind of like mid-max my resin, as well as have fun with the game at the same time to avoid burnout, because trust, it happened to me a few years back, so now I just want to play without stressing over it and actually have fun. I also have a lot of hydro chunks / gems. I call them gems, so that one wasn't a problem for me. Editing here. This will soon bite her in the ass because the amount of times I went to and fro the crafting table was annoying. So while you and I are farming, yes, you too, let's talk about why I pulled for Columbina Hyposelenia. First of her name, third of the Fatui Harbingers, the damselet, the goddess of the Frost Moon, Kuta, the tri-lunar goddess. Are you done glazing? Well, no, but we don't have the time. I pulled for her because I've decided to have 2 lunar teams, one where she is my lunar bloom DPS and the other to support Zibai for lunar crystallize. If you guys got to watch my first video, I talked about wanting to pull for these characters. Nefer herself is a character I've been so excited to have once I started and finished the non-correct Archon quest. She was so iconic, plus the Benefa wheelchair is actually really good. As for Zibai, I actually don't have a Geo-centered team at all. The last time I used a Geo character was probably Noelle. And that was way back when we first started, like low AR. So having Zibai and Linnea hopefully would prove to be a really great addition to my account. But anyway, I'm just going to farm for some of her materials in this domain before we go ahead and ascend her. Now for her ascension, let's try to level her up to 80. Oh, I think I cut her off.
By the iridescent moon, darkness shall be cast deeper into the shadows.
Okay, so we're missing 6 of the big hydro gems and a couple of antlers, but that's something I could just do the following day. For now, I want to focus on leveling up her weapon, so we'll do just that. Come to think of it, her signature doesn't really have her color palette clothing-wise, no? But still, it just looks so pretty that I don't mind. I wish they kind of added a little bit of her hair color in there, or like the color of the Crimson Moon, maybe? Like a fusion of some sort. We're missing a lot of her weapon materials, so let's go ahead and farm for them before we continue upgrading. These days, I love to use my Barca team. He's just so fun to play with, especially because of his E, where he gets to like jump really high and not take fall damage. So I also use him for exploring. And the shield Nicole gives, as well as the buffs, is really good. and this team is just basically one of my best. Now that we've got her weapon materials obtained, well, at least some of it, let's head on to upgrading her weapon again. I'm also out of the Fatui drops, but I think I have more than enough of them. I just need to craft to get what I exactly need. Ooh, these monster drops. Right, so since they're from nicole, let's just go ahead and use our new bloom team. Finally, Xingqiu is able to rest. He's actually been working overtime in my account, being in Raiden, Skirk's, and Nilou's team. So for this team setup, we'll include Nilou for her bountiful chores and Yaoyao as our healer. I'm not sure whether or not I should get Lauma C1 so I can free up a spot to further increase my damage, but since I'm using Nilou, the only options I have are keeping Yaoyao, replacing Nilou, pulling for either Nahida or Lauma's constellation. This is so ugly, one sec. Okay, perfect. But either way, it's costly, so I'm not sure how to navigate that yet, and no, I am not pulling for Nefer. She's so good and I love her as a character, but I just don't enjoy her gameplay as much as others do. I actually almost pulled for her after I got Lauma because both of them had a rerun a few months back. I love her animations. That was Chef's Kiss. I like how you can automatically tell that she hails from Sumeru too, because, you know, wait, actually, if you think about it, it goes for all of the non-Cry cast. Marka, Duran, and Loan, you'll know that they're from Mondstadt. The other character design I really loved was Aino. They did a really good job with her color palette, and it was refreshing to see compared to the usual blues, greens, and reds that Genshin loves to use. I also loved Yehuda's design. I think a lot of people won't agree, but she looks so adorable in her little outfit. The best one that ever came out was probably Nicole's design for me. Something about it just felt new, and her colors are just so pretty to look at. I actually had to ask for an art commission because she is my favorite character of all, now if you guys haven't noticed. And if you guys ever want to get your digital belt commissioned, I'll leave Mara's art link in my description box as well. So I went back to upgrading her weapon, but still I am missing some for her weapon essential materials. So I just decided to use my new bloom team to clear the domain, and it worked out pretty good. I actually don't know if my columbina is just doing really good damage, or maybe it's just because of the domain's buffs for lunar reactions. So that took long, but finally we now have her weapon at 90 and her level at 80. So for the other stuff, mainly her talents and her artifacts, I'll be doing that in maybe the next day or in the following week, but we'll see. Let's just fast forward to when that day is. Hey friends, it hasn't been a day, it's been weeks. Well, weeks is too much of a stretch. I'd say a week and a couple days after, but anyway, I've decided to make an artifact for columbina, specifically a crit damage circlet with crit and ER substats so that she can share it with Zibai. Okay, pause. Editing Ari here, and you might be wondering, where did these artifacts come from? Where? That's a good question. But now I have a question. Where did my clips go? OMG, y'all, I am so sorry. I swear I was meant to add the parts where I was farming this domain, but I feel like I deleted a couple of clips, a couple of recordings a few days ago, and I'm pretty sure they got added in there. Plus, I just cleared my recycle bin, so, yeah, I am so sorry. This is such a funny but disappointing part of the video. Let's get back to it. It took days and weeks probably before I could finally get a good build going for her since I didn't have plenty of resources, but as they say, slow progress is still progress.
Moving on, let's try to upgrade or level up her artifacts. Specifically just this artifact because I apparently did most of them already. I really wanted to roll at least just crit rate and ER. I could let it slide if they go just once to defense, but we'll see. By all means, those weren't good rolls at all, but at least it hit crit and ER at least once. I wish it was better, but we'll make this do for now. So let's move ahead to her talent ascension and see if we could try to max it out, but if not, then let's just farm the rest. While I was leveling up her talents, I actually missed a lot of the scrolls, or the books, if you call them that. So I had to go back and forth to the crafting table. But I just decided not to show it here because I myself love the sound of continuous talent upgrades. Alright, now that we have Columbina on 888 talents, let's go ahead and ascend her to level 90. So this is her final build. She has 36k HP, 117 EM. Her crit stats are 45.6 to 270.3, which is actually good for a DPS Columbina. Weapon is at level 90, and these are her artifacts. She's using the Knight of the Skies Unveiling. For her main stat, I focused on HP Sands and HP Goblet with a crit damage circlet. For her substats, I tried to target ER, crit rate, and crit damage, and a little bit of EM would be nice since she is going to be working for Bloom. And of course, a building video wouldn't be complete without a showcase, so before we go test out our moon goddess, let's get our bursts up and ready from our dear friends. Why am I turning into Sino? Now, Columbina's first victim will be the Frostmoon Hera since she hails from Not Cry. I'm just going to do a rotation that makes sense in my head and see how everything goes. I'm mostly just going to target bosses from this map since Columbina's damage would be most advantageous here. But speaking of Sino, have you guys seen that leak where Sino could be in the top 10 DPS? Who would have thought? If he actually becomes meta, I might just end up building him. Next up is the Radiant Moonfly. This one was super tricky because their attacks are so consistent that my Bina couldn't do charge attacks without getting her ass whooped. I don't usually use Yaoyao's burst because I just let Nilou tank in this team, but I had to because the damage we received was really rough. We're also fighting the Land Rover. And I managed to dodge the pyro attack at some point, but Bina just ended up flying because I didn't know he'd use the other arm to attack her. But that ended not as long as I thought it would be given the elements we're working with. Now, the boss I hated the most would probably be this big dog. He kind of reminds me of Cerberus for some reason. This is actually taking a little bit long. I also tried doing the bosses from other nations, one being someone that made her do Lunar Charge in Fontaine. And lastly, our trusty pyro red is fine. That wasn't even a full rotation. Finally, we're going to do a damage test in Miliastra to get a clearer view of her stats in each rotation. I will start off with her skill, followed by Yaoyao's and Nilou's skills as well, then Lauma's burst, then skill, and Bina's burst and her charged attacks. I'll be doing this for 60 seconds just so we know how much damage her team can do in a minute. Her DPS is around 70 to 80k. I feel like if we get enough though, that would change by a lot, but we'll see once we get to pull for her soon, Snezhnaya. Well, 61 seconds and the team can do almost 5 million damage, which is great. I think that's where I'll end the testing. I guess that's a wrap for the region of Not Cry. I really love that they ended it with Columbina's rerun and that the story for this region got extended. I've never felt so amazed traveling in the islands and having to know about the cast. Everything and everyone was so beautiful and the quest was truly amazing. Seeing all the people come together in one place is just so fun and heartwarming, and seeing all that culture combined and being shared with everyone else is just so good. And no matter what anyone says, I think that this Archon quest was one of Genshin's best. And with that being said, that's all for today's entry. As always, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed spending time with me and Bina, I would be so glad to have you subscribe to the channel and give a like to the video as well. Leave a comment on your thoughts, what you guys want to see next, and whether or not you've explored the new area. But if you're not up for it, that's okay, since having you watch is already enough. Until the next entry, bye friends.
See, I learned how to do outros.